The broken toy and the quiet human. The human lived at the far end of the space station, where the lights flickered and no one cared to walk. His room was small. His clothes were old. His hands were always dirty with oil and metal dust. People called him Aaron, but no one really talked to him. He fixed broken doors, old machines, things no one else wanted to touch. He liked the quiet. Every day was the same. Work, silence, sleep, until one night the silence broke. As Aaron walked back to his workshop, he heard a sound behind a pile of scrap metal. It was soft, broken, almost like crying. He stopped. The station had many strange sounds, but this was different. This sound was alive. Aaron slowly moved closer. He did not call security. He did not turn on alarms. He just listened. Behind a scrap pile, he saw two glowing eyes. Small eyes. Then something moved. A tiny dragon crawled out. It was no bigger than a house cat. Its wings were torn. One leg shook badly. Its scales were dull, not shiny like the dragons in old stories. The dragon held something in its claws. A toy. A small mechanical toy, shaped like a flying bird. One wing was broken. Sparks came out of its side. The dragon looked at the toy, then at Aaron. It did not growl. It did not attack. It just made a small, sad sound. Aaron felt his chest tighten. Slowly, he knelt down. "It's broken," he said softly, more to himself than to the dragon. The dragon clutched the toy closer, like it was afraid Aaron would take it away. Aaron raised his empty hands. "I fix broken things," he said. "That's all." The dragon watched him closely. After a long moment, the dragon pushed the toy forward. Aaron carefully picked it up. The toy was old, very old. The design was not human, not alien either. But broken things spoke the same language everywhere. Aaron took the toy back to his workshop. The dragon followed, limping, never leaving his side. He placed the toy on his work table. He cleaned it. He removed the broken parts. The dragon sat on the edge of the table, watching every move. Minutes passed, then an hour. Finally, Aaron pressed a small switch. The toy came to life. The metal bird flapped its wings. It made a soft, happy sound. The tiny dragon froze. Then its eyes widened. It made a joyful chirping sound and hugged the toy to its chest. For the first time, it smiled. Aaron smiled too, without thinking. "You like it?" he said. The dragon nodded. Aaron noticed something strange then. The dragon's wounds looked smaller. Its shaking slowed. "Hope to that sometimes." Aaron placed a small blanket near a warm vent. "You can rest here," he said. The dragon hesitated, then curled up and fell asleep, holding the toy. Aaron turned back to his tools. He did not see the hidden camera in the ceiling. Far away, beyond stars, beyond space lanes, a massive throne room glowed with ancient fire. A being older than empires watched the feed. The Dragon Emperor. His eyes narrowed. "That toy," he whispered. "That dragon." His claws tightened around his throne. "The air lives." Back on the station, Aaron finished his work and looked at the sleeping dragon. He did not know what it was. He did not know who was watching. He only knew one thing. Something small and broken had trusted him. And that was enough. The metal bird toy fluttered softly in the dragon's claws. Somewhere in the dark of space, the Dragon Emperor leaned forward and watched every second. The dragon who should not exist. The next morning, the space station woke like nothing had changed. Machines hummed. Aliens walked past each other without looking. Lights flickered as always. But in the quiet workshop at the edge of the station, something impossible breathed. Aaron woke up to a strange warmth. He sat up fast. The tiny dragon was awake. It stood on the table, holding its repaired toy tightly. Its eyes glowed faintly blue, watching Aaron like it was afraid he might disappear. "You're still here," Aaron said quietly. The dragon made a soft sound. Not a growl, not a cry, something closer to relief. Aaron noticed the wings first. They were healing. The torn skin was closing on its own. The dull scales now had a faint shine. That should not be possible. No medicine, no machine, just one night. Aaron frowned. "That's not normal," he whispered. The dragon tilted its head as if it understood. Suddenly, alarms echoed far away in the station. Not close, but close enough. The dragon froze. Its small body trembled. It ran to Aaron and hid behind his leg. Aaron felt the fear in that movement. "They're not here," he said. "You're safe." The dragon slowly peeked out. But somewhere else on the station, screens lit up. Unknown energy spike detected. A voice announced. Source unidentified. Security teams moved. They always did. Back in his workshop, Aaron gave the dragon a small bowl of water and some leftover food paste. The dragon sniffed it, then pushed it back toward Aaron. Aaron blinked. "You want me to eat first?" The dragon nodded. Aaron laughed softly. "You're strange." Only after Aaron ate did the dragon touch the food. That was when Aaron understood. This dragon was not wild. It was raised, taught. Far beyond the station, inside the Dragon Emperor's throne room, silence ruled. Massive screens floated in the air, showing the tiny dragon from every angle. The Emperor's voice was low. "Dangerous. That mark on a scale," he said. "Only royal blood has that pattern." An ancient dragon stepped forward. "My Emperor, that child was declared dead." "Declared," the Emperor replied. "Not proven." His eyes burned. "And now a human shelters him." Back on the station, Aaron worked while the dragon explored. The dragon touched tools carefully, never broke anything. When a sharp part slipped, the dragon pulled its claw back fast, like it had learned pain before. Then it found the mirror. The dragon stared at its reflection. Its smile faded. It touched its chest. Then it looked at Aaron and shook its head. Aaron felt something cold move through him. "You don't like what you see," he said. The dragon turned away. At that moment, the toy slipped from its claws and fell. Crack! The sound echoed too loud. The dragon stared at the broken toy. Its breathing changed. The air in the room vibrated. Lights flickered violently. Aaron felt pressure, heavy, crushing, like the station itself was afraid. "Hey," Aaron said quickly. "It's okay. I can fix it again." The dragon looked at him. Slowly, the pressure stopped. Aaron's hands shook as he picked up the toy. That was when he saw it. A symbol burned faintly into the toy's core. Not decoration. A seal. Aaron swallowed. This isn't a toy," he whispered. The dragon lowered its head. Footsteps echoed outside the workshop. Heavy boots. Security. "Maintenance worker," a voice called. "Open the door." The dragon panicked. Its body started to glow. Aaron moved fast. "No," he said firmly. "Don't." He stepped in front of the dragon. The door shook as someone tried to force it open. "Open now." Aaron pressed a hidden switch. The lights died. The room went dark. Only the dragon's eyes glowed softly behind him. Aaron stood there, heart pounding, blocking the door with his body. For the first time in his quiet life, he was afraid, but he did not move. Behind him, the dragon placed one claw on Aaron's back. Warm, trusting, far away, the Dragon Emperor stood from his throne. The room shook under his power. "A human," he said slowly, "stands between my heir and death." His voice softened just a little. "Interesting." Back on the station, the door began to melt, and the dragon's glow grew brighter. Part 2 ends with one truth. The station was no longer safe, and the galaxy had started to notice. When the station turned against them, the door did not break. It melted. Metal ran like liquid, dripping to the floor as security weapons burned through it. Red light filled the workshop. Aaron stepped back, his heart pounding. "Stay behind me," he said. The tiny dragon obeyed. Boots hit the floor. 3 security officers entered, weapons raised. Their armor was heavy. Their faces were hard. "There it is," one of them said. "The creature." The dragon's glow grew brighter. The air shook again. "Do not fire," another officer said nervously. "Energy readings are rising." Aaron lifted his hands. "He's injured," Aaron said. "He's not dangerous." The officers laughed. "All dragons are dangerous," one replied. "Move aside, human." Aaron did not move. I said no. Silence fell. Then one officer raised his weapon. The dragon screamed. Not loud, but deep. The sound hit the walls like a hammer. Lights exploded. The floor cracked. The officers were thrown backward, sliding across the room. Aaron fell to one knee, gasping. The dragon stood now, no longer shaking, no longer afraid. Its small body glowed with blue fire. Emperor-level energy confirmed. A voice shouted over comms. This is not a minor dragon. Repeat. This is not minor. Too late. The dragon looked at Aaron. Its eyes were full of fear. And something else. Power. Aaron pushed himself up. Stop, he said. You'll hurt yourself. The dragon hesitated. Security reinforcements arrived. 10. Then 20. Weapons aimed. The station shook under alarms. By order of station command, a voice boomed. Surrender the dragon immediately. Aaron laughed, short and tired. You don't even know what he is, he said. And you want to cage him. He reached out slowly. The dragon lowered its head. Aaron touched its scale. The glow softened. Every sensor on the station spiked at once. Silence. Far across the stars, the Dragon Emperor closed his eyes. A human, calming royal fire, he whispered. Ancient dragons knelt behind him. This has never happened. Back on the station, the commander stepped forward. This human is a threat, he said. Remove him. 2 soldiers grabbed Aaron. The dragon roared. The sound shattered glass across 3 levels. Gravity failed. Everyone lifted off the ground. The dragon rose into the air, wings spreading wider than before. Scales burned bright gold. The station's core system screamed. Aaron shouted, No, don't. The dragon froze mid-air. It looked at Aaron again. Then it did something impossible. It landed, chose restraint. The soldiers released Aaron and stumbled back in fear. Aaron stood, shaking. He's choosing, Aaron said quietly. He's choosing not to kill you. The commander swallowed. Open a channel, he whispered. Now. A massive shadow filled the stars outside the station. Space bent. Time slowed. A voice older than war echoed through every speaker. Enough. The Dragon Emperor had arrived. Not in full form, but enough. Every being on the station dropped to their knees. Except Aaron. He was too busy holding the dragon. The Emperor watched him closely. This human shields my blood, the Emperor said, and my blood listens. His voice grew colder. Touch them again, and this station will become dust. The channel closed. Silence followed. The station was alive. Barely. Security withdrew. No one spoke. Aaron sat on the floor, holding the shaking dragon. It's okay, he whispered. You did good. The dragon pressed its head into his chest. Outside, the stars burned brighter. The galaxy now knew the truth. A human had stood between fear and fire. And won. The human's choice. The station did not celebrate survival. It whispered. People watched Aaron as he walked through the hall. Some with fear, some with anger. No one spoke to him. The tiny dragon stayed close, walking beside him like a shadow. Its glow was gone now. It looked small again, too small for the danger around it. A station officer met Aaron at the door of his workshop. You are ordered to report to command, the officer said. Aaron nodded. He knelt and looked at the dragon. Wait here, he said softly. The dragon shook its head. No, Aaron said gently. Trust me. After a long moment, the dragon let go of his sleeve. The doors closed. Command was cold and bright. Screens covered every wall. Weapons stood ready. The station commander waited at the center. You caused a major incident, the commander said. You brought a royal-class threat onto this station. Aaron stayed quiet. The commander leaned forward. But you also saved us. He tapped a screen. A transport ship appeared. We can relocate you, the commander said. Safe planet. New identity. Comfort. Aaron looked up. And the dragon? He asked. The commander's face hardened. The creature will be transferred. Aaron understood. Captured, he said. The commander did not deny it. You're human, the commander continued. Weak. Short-lived. This is not your war. Aaron thought of the shaking dragon. The broken toy. The trust. No, Aaron said. The room went still. You misunderstand, the commander said slowly. This is not a request. Aaron raised his eyes. He chose me. Aaron said. I won't break that. Guards moved closer. Outside, alarms began to hum again. In the workshop, the tiny dragon paced. It felt something wrong. Its toy slipped from its claws. It broke. The dragon screamed. The sound was not loud, but every dragon gate in the galaxy reacted. The Dragon Emperor opened his eyes. They test him, he growled. Back in command, power flickered. Screens cracked. "What's happening?" someone shouted. Aaron felt heat behind his chest. The dragon. The commander grabbed Aaron's arm. "Call it off." Aaron pulled free. "I didn't start this," he said. "You did." The walls trembled. A message appeared on every screen. Dragon authority active. The Dragon Emperor's voice filled the room. "This human stands under my sight." Silence fell. "He may leave," the Emperor said, "and he may keep the child." The commander fell to his knees. Aaron closed his eyes. But the Emperor continued. Yet the voice said, "I must know." The station shook again. "Human," the Emperor said, "would you stand against me if I ordered you to surrender him?" Aaron's heart raced. He answered anyway. "Yes." Gasps filled the room. "He trusts me," Aaron said simply. "That matters." Time stretched. Then the Emperor laughed. Deep, ancient. "Then humanity still remembers," he said. The connection ended. The station lights returned. The commander looked broken. Aaron turned and walked out. He returned to the workshop. The dragon ran to him and leaped into his arms. Aaron held it tight. For the first time, the dragon spoke. One word. "Mine." Far away, the Dragon Emperor smiled. The test was complete. When the Emperor finally arrived, the space outside the station went dark. Not empty. Dark. Stars faded one by one, like someone was closing their eyes around the station. Every sensor screamed and then went silent. No warnings. No alarms. Just fear. Aaron felt it before he saw anything. The tiny dragon froze in his arms. Its body trembled, not in fear, but in respect. Something ancient was near. Then space folded. Not broke. Folded. A massive shape appeared outside the station window. So large that no one could see all of it at once. Gold scales like living suns. Eyes like burning galaxies. The Dragon Emperor had arrived. Not through a gate. Not through a ship. He arrived because he wished to. Every being on the station dropped to their knees. Aliens. Soldiers. Commanders. Some cried. Some prayed. Aaron stayed standing. Not brave. Just holding the dragon too tightly to kneel. The Emperor's voice entered every mind at once. Not loud. Not angry. Heavy. "I smell fear," the Emperor said. "And lies." The station commander crawled forward. "Great Emperor," he begged. "We did not know." "You knew enough," the Emperor replied. The temperature dropped. Metal cracked. The Emperor's gaze moved slowly until it found Aaron. Silence followed. The Emperor stared, not at the human, at the dragon in his arms. "My blood," the Emperor said quietly. The tiny dragon lifted its head. Its eyes met the Emperor's. Everyone expected fire. Instead, the dragon hid its face in Aaron's chest. The Emperor stopped breathing. Time itself seemed unsure. "He chooses you," the Emperor said. It was not a question. Aaron spoke before fear could stop him. "He's just a kid," Aaron said. He was hurt. Alone. Murmurs spread through the station. No one spoke to the Emperor like that. The Emperor moved closer. The station shook with each step. "You know what he is?" the Emperor asked. "No," Aaron answered honestly. "But I know what he needs." The Emperor studied him. "No weapon," he said. "No power. No demand. Only truth." "You repaired his toy," the Emperor continued. "Why?" Aaron looked down at the dragon. "Because it mattered to him," Aaron said. "That should be enough." For a long moment, the Emperor said nothing. Then, he changed. The massive form outside the station shrank. Light folded inward. A smaller figure appeared inside the command hall. Still tall. Still terrifying. But closer. The Dragon Emperor stood before Aaron. Up close, his eyes were tired. Very old. "You remind me," the Emperor said softly, "of what dragons once admired." He turned to the station commander. "You hunted a child," the Emperor said. The commander screamed as invisible pressure crushed him to the floor. "Mercy," he cried. The Emperor looked at Aaron. "Human," he said, "shall I end him?" All eyes turned to Aaron. Power waited on his answer. Aaron swallowed. "He was wrong," Aaron said. "But killing him won't fix that." The Emperor paused, then nodded. "Spoken like a guardian," he said. The pressure lifted. The commander collapsed, alive but broken. The Emperor turned back to the dragon. Come, he said gently. Your place is with me. The dragon tightened its grip on Aaron's shirt. No, it said. One clear word. The Emperor's eyes widened. Then he laughed. Not cruel. Proud. Very well, the Emperor said. Stay. He looked at Aaron. From this moment, he declared, you stand under dragon protection. The station shook, not from fear, from oath. The galaxy listened, and humanity was remembered. Judgment of fire and honor. The Dragon Emperor did not leave. That alone terrified the galaxy. His presence pressed on the station like a second gravity. Walls creaked. Lights dimmed. Aaron stood still, the tiny dragon asleep in his arms after the long fear. You have been tested, the Emperor said, his voice calm. But the test is not over. Screens across the station lit up. Faces appeared. Councils, admirals, planet leaders. They watched in silence. This station broke ancient law. The Emperor continued. An ancient law demands judgment. The station commander tried to crawl away. Guard stepped back instead. No one protected him now. Wait, a council voice said. This is a misunderstanding. The Emperor raised one claw. Silence returned. This judgment is not for you, he said. The Emperor turned to Aaron. Human, he said, you may leave. What follows is not meant for mortal eyes. Aaron did not move. The dragon shifted, sensing tension. Aaron spoke carefully. They deserve to know what they did wrong, he said. Or they'll do it again. Gasps echoed. The Emperor studied him, then nodded once. So be it. He waved his claw. The air ignited. Not flame. Memory. Images filled the hall. Dragons hunted, chained, studied, killed. Children taken. Eggs broken. The station crew cried out. We didn't know, someone shouted. You chose not to know, the Emperor replied. The dragon woke and saw the images. It trembled. Aaron tightened his hold. It's okay, he whispered. The Emperor's eyes softened when he saw that. You protected him without knowing his name, the Emperor said. Now you shall hear it. The air grew heavy. He is Aurelian, the Emperor declared. Air of flame. Air of oath. The dragon's scales shimmered. Symbols burned into the air around him. The galaxy fell silent. The Emperor turned back to the council. By ancient right, he said, this station is forfeit. Alarm screamed. Evacuate, someone shouted. The Emperor raised his claw again. Enough. The alarms died. He looked at Aaron. Human, he asked. Do you claim this child as your responsibility? Aaron's throat tightened. Yes, he said. If he wants me. The dragon lifted its head. I do, Aurelian said. The Emperor closed his eyes. Then he bowed. To Aaron. Shock rippled through every screen. Then hear my judgment, the Emperor said. This station will stand. This child will remain. And this human, the Emperor's eyes burned bright, will be known as guardian of the flame-bound air. A mark appeared on Aaron's hand. Warm, not painful. Power did not enter him. Protection did. Those who hunted dragons would answer for it. Those who honored them would be watched. The Emperor stepped back. This is your final test, human, he said. Do not fail him. The Emperor vanished. Stars returned. Silence remained. Aaron looked down at Aurelian. You okay? He asked softly. Aurelian smiled. The galaxy had judged, and humanity had passed. Humanity remembered. The station felt different after the Emperor left. Not safer. Watched. Every corridor was quiet. Every screen showed calm space. No one spoke loudly anymore. Aaron returned to his workshop, the same place where it had all started. Scrap metal, old tools, flickering lights. Nothing had changed, and yet everything had. Aurelian sat on the table, swinging his small legs, holding the repaired toy bird. Its wings fluttered softly. You like that thing too much, Aaron said with a tired smile. It stayed, Aurelian replied. Aaron paused. That's why you like it. Aurelian nodded. Everything else leaves. Aaron did not answer right away. He understood that better than he wanted to. Days passed. The galaxy reacted. Ships arrived, not with weapons, but with gifts. Apologies. Treaties. Promises. They all asked the same thing. Where was the human? The Dragon Emperor watched from afar. He did not interfere. This was not his moment. It was humanity's. One night, Aurelian looked at Aaron and asked, "Will you leave too?" Aaron knelt. "No," he said, "not unless you want me to." Aurelian hugged him hard. The mark on Aaron's hand glowed softly. The Emperor appeared one last time, smaller, quieter. "You could have asked for power," the Emperor said. "Long life, wealth, command." Aaron shrugged. "I already have work," he said, fixing a loose wire on the toy. The Emperor smiled. "Then hear my final decree," he said. His voice carried across stars. "Humans will not be ruled. Humans will not be hunted. They will be remembered." He looked at Aaron. "One human showed us what many forgot," the Emperor said. "That strength can be gentle." Aurelian climbed onto Aaron's shoulder. "I choose him," he said. The Emperor bowed once more. "Not as a ruler, as an equal." The galaxy recorded the moment. A small workshop, a broken toy, a human who fixed it. And in that simple act, everything changed. The toy bird fluttered. The dragon smiled. And humanity took its first step, not as conquerors, but as guardians.